Good evening, everybody. In our time together, I would like to tell you a story of a delicate nature, and for that to function, I need you to be cool. Can you be cool? Okay, very good. Then we shall proceed. I am enormously fond of the Incredible Hulk in the comic books. He's my favorite character. A lot of people misunderstand the Incredible Hulk. They think he's just this giant monster that smashes things, and that is entirely inaccurate. We'll get to the true depth of the Incredible Hulk in just a moment. He's a monster, yes. He appears at inopportune times, yes. He does. So, 10 years old, this guy, Sunday school, rural Illinois. Dressed very similar to this. We're going over the mortal sins. Very interesting discussion. And they say, suicide. They say, oh, this is a mortal sin. Now, I was aware of what a mortal sin was, but I hadn't heard this word before. I was very young. I said, well, what is that? And I said, oh, that's when somebody takes their own life. And then to paraphrase, they said, it makes the Lord very angry, which confused me. I was already confused by these people. I had, quick sidebar, already gotten into trouble by raising my hand when they said, well, Columbus discovered America. And I said, but he enslaved all the people that were already there. To the office with this guy in my beautiful black velvet coat. But it was the first time I'd heard this word, suicide, which is the killing of oneself. And it was strange to me that this was a forbidden thing to do and that it came into the upper echelons, the foundational rules of civilization. There's a lot of things that they're okay with in that rule book. I'm not trying to shame you, but a quick review of Leviticus is shocking. For instance, wearing this beautiful crushed velvet coat would be a capital offense because it's made of mixed fibers. Same thing, killing myself against the rules. Don't understand why. Shortly thereafter, the pressure of being me in the living world, I found myself in my family kitchen, late at night, early in the morning. Just like, man, it would be so sweet to be dead. Just getting up, getting out of bed as a small child, holding kitchen knives and thinking to myself, is there a way that I could jump off of the kitchen counter? Here it comes. Jump off of the kitchen counter and land on this and not have to go to school tomorrow. Is there a way to do that? And I couldn't come up with a good enough way, so I put the knife away and I went back to bed and had terrible nightmares. I still have terrible nightmares. I had one last week where a polar bear devoured an entire village, and it threw their guts all over for no good reason at all. And I woke up like this, ah! Because I don't like it here. This is fine. This is great. You're all very nice. You've been gracious enough to come to this beautiful theater and to spend good money to listen to me speak, among other people who are also very talented. But find it disagreeable. It's itchy. I don't like being alive. But I have to fake it for people all the time. It's unseemly to be dissatisfied with having a human body, which is unfortunate because the human body is disgusting. It excretes fluids and gels. It produces odors. It ages, it changes shape, it has hair that falls out because you have nightmares, because you can't sleep. So I try to squash the feelings that I have inside with gin and cheese and sex. Not all at once, of course. I have some decorum. Which brings me to the Incredible Hulk. Bruce Banner, he's a very smart, nice young man. But there's this terrible monster that lives inside of him. And if you've seen any of the comic books, particularly those written by Peter David in the 1980s to the 1990s, I'm thinking specifically of 319. It's an issue where Bruce Banner and Betty Ross are going to get married. They're going to have a wedding. They love each other so much. And then this terrible monster shows up and ruins it. And that is the essence of the Incredible Hulk. It's not just a monster that's kicking down walls. It's this monster that is ruining the life of this nice little man in glasses and the woman he loves and his family. So, last summer, mid-June, I'm at the Sky Garden. It's this beautiful bar on the 51st floor of a building downtown, not far from here. I'm there with the woman I love, and I'm there with her friends. And we're having our beers. And before I know it, I'm drinking this beer, and I feel the monster knocking away at the edges of my mind, and I'm leaning over the edge of this 51st floor balcony, holding my German beer. And before I know it, the following words slipped out of my mouth. It'd be so quick. And then from over here on my left, I heard, "Babe, are you okay?" Because she'd heard me. And her friends had heard me. And they'd all seen me being a weirdo, obviously thinking about jumping over the edge of this 51st floor building on a beautiful spring evening while we're having beers and fun. So what did I say? I told a lie. I said, "Oh, I'm just singing an Alkaline Trio lyric. It's my favorite band, obviously. I have a tattoo on my arm. Look at the way that I'm dressed." But even with all of this, even with all of you being so gracious and so kind, the whole time that I've been up here, the whole time in the green room, the whole time at the bar, this monster is cracking away at the back of my mind. That's why my hair is falling out like this. So I would very much appreciate it if all of you would continue to be cool and never speak of this again.